Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome again, welcome again, welcome again to my comic book review for this week. Got total of 13 books to cover. Pretty much, yeah, 13 books. And this week was pretty fun. We're wrapping up a lot of the Flashpoint titles for DC, and they've been pretty good, I must say. But let's get to it, folks. We're going to start off with Marvel, and we're going to kick it off, of course, with none other than my boy, Amazing Spider-Man, the 667, Part 1 of Spider Island. Okay, Dan Slott, excellent. Huberto Ramos, not so good. You guys know how I feel about Ramos's artwork. I do not like it, and I don't like it for this guy, period. But the story was pretty decent. It was decent. Carly pretty much has told Peter that she has spider powers. She shows him everything like that. Peter and Carly go off, say goodbye to Aunt May. You know, she's going off to Boston. They're going to live in Boston. And all hell breaks loose with the Jackal, Miles Warren, setting everybody, all the spider-powered citizens, on the loose, even putting on different costumes of Spider-Man. The superheroes, the Avengers, everybody like that get involved, and it's chaos until Webhead comes on, and they pretty much beat the hell out of Spidey because they think he's one of the clones, people like him. Thing knocks him out, Iron Fist knocks him, Ms. Marvel knocks the hell out of him, and lo and behold, you have Julia Carpenter, the new Madam Web, just watching this, basically saying that she knew this was going to happen. Shang-Chi's watching is like, if you knew this was going to happen, why didn't you tell them and warn them that this was going to happen? And she's saying, you know, the usual, well, you know, I can't do that, blah, blah, blah. But Shang-Chi's like, look, I'm not going to allow this. This man is my friend and an ally. I'm going to go help. And that's pretty much how it wraps up with this story for the first part. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't bad at all. Just wanted to see how this is going to end. Part 1 of Spider Island. Not bad. Alright. Fred Van Lint, Greg Pak, the writing duo as well. I give you Alpha Flight, number 3 of 8. Like I said, this is only a maxi series. As I told you before, we left off, for all those that aren't reading, the team, there's a traitor amongst the team, and they pretty much got the team arrested by the new Prime Minister of Canada because they're labeled traitors of the country. And that traitor is none other than Heather Hudson, aka Vindicator. She betrayed them because she feels that she wants her daughter back, because the Canadian government won't give her daughter back to her and guardian, because her child, because of the danger of their lives, of being protectors of Canada and the Great White North and everything like that. So she's taken upon herself to stop Alpha Flight and things like that. And it's kind of weird, but it also has something to do with fear itself as well. Puck is back from hell, and he's helping them get the team back together. The team is back together, so to speak, and they know they need help. They need help, and they know there's only one person right now they can turn to that they can trust, because the whole country of Canada is against them. All the countries in Canada are against them because of people are advertising them as traitors, everything like that. So there's one person they know they can turn to, and he's south of the border in the United States. and that's their fellow Canadian Wolverine. They need to get to him. But not bad for the third issue. Heather sets something loose that's going to take out the rest of the team. It's crazy. It's getting really crazy. It's to the point now, it's like I said, the team doesn't know who they can trust. But it wasn't that bad. Alright. Black Panther, Man Without Fear, 522. Glad everybody, I know everybody's glad this is not T'Challa. American Panther, T'Challa has realized now that the way he is doing business in Hell's Kitchen, he's doing it now not like himself. He's thinking like Daredevil. He even admits it. I'm thinking like Daredevil when I should be thinking differently. Now, like I told you before, an old enemy of the Avengers has come back, and he's also responsible for American Panther. That enemy is Hate-Monger. The spirit. Now, Hate-Monger is dead, but because of what's going on in Fear itself, the spirit of Hate-Monger inhabited just an ordinary guy, and everything is set loose. He's bringing everybody's darkest secrets out. And many of the darkest secrets that they don't like is immigrants coming into America, taking all the jobs and things like that. And that's pretty much what this is all about. But T'Challa has figured out that he has to do things his way, not how Daredevil would solve things. And he's using his head again. That's one thing that T'Challa does well. Use his head. And he feels that he has to get to know, he knows Hate-Monger, but he needs to know what's American Panther capable of. Now we know there's something in the past that has caused the American Panther to be anti-immigrant, and it has something to do with the death of his parents. I'm gonna spoil this for you guys. His parents was killed by a non-American. So that's kind of what sets it off for him. But it wasn't that bad. It's not that bad. I'm just glad to see Panther still in the spotlight. Alright. Fear Itself, book number 5. Now I know everybody's falling off this book, but with me, guys, I can't. If I'm starting to collect something, I gotta see it through to the end. That's just me. 5 of 7. 2 more to the end of this story. The major factor in this book is a fight between Thor, the hammered empowered Hulk, and the hammered empowered Thing. And they go at it. It's an epic battle. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's an epic battle. Thor rocks in this fight. He literally throws Mjolnir through Ben, puts a hole in his chest, goes to fight Hulk, and he even realizes that he even turns to Hulk after Ben falls and says, "And I liked Ben, but you have always been a thorn in my side." Basically saying that, yeah, the Hulk is somebody he could be is not an equal to Thor. And Thor goes on to say, I never could beat you. I know this. Laughs about it, but says that I never could beat you. Thor and the Hulk says, I knew that. And Thor's like, you knew? And then he just smashes him with Mjolnir and launches Hulk into outer space. But Hulk is slowly returning back, and that's where he says to himself, "To be continued, Banner," and he collapses. Now I'm not saying he's dead, but I'm just thinking he collapsed. Meanwhile, Cap and the other Avengers are fighting the Serpent and Sin, and they're outnumbered. They're outnumbered. They're outgunned. Tony is begging, you know, Tony's drunk. Okay, let's put it like that. He's drunk, and he's talking to Odin about, you know, give us a equal, let us fight on equal planes with this guy. If you're not going to help, let me do it. I'm a weapons maker. I make good weapons. So let me use your Ford to make weapons. So basically, guys, we know that those weapons that are coming for the mighty is probably made by, is going to be made by Tony. But all in all, you know, that one epic fight fraction is not going to cut it for me. If I was to give Fear Itself a grade right now, it's getting a failing grade, because still you're trying to force us to like this, and I don't like to be forced to do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But if you're still reading it like I am, you know, okay, move on to part 5 of Heart of the Monster, Greg Pop's final story for Incredible Hulks. This is issue 634. The Hulk is raged out, and I'm talking about World Breaker raged. Yes, he is in the dark dimension, fighting pretty much all his enemies that he's fight. As you can see on the cover, him fighting Fing Fang Foom. Yes, he's fighting Fing Fang Foom in this. He's kind of being used by one of the members, Umar, and it's up to Amadeus Cho, Doctor Strange, to help him, but even he realizes that it's the end. And of course, Tyrannus and Betty's there to even just make it even accumulate more. And it's coming down to the wire, guys. The end is near. And one more issue before it's all over. Before this is the end of Pac. And I'm not going to spoil too much for you guys, but I am going to be sad to see Pac leave this book, because he really reinvented the Hulk very well. But I am interested to see what Aaron and all of them do with the Hulk come October. But this was good. Very good. Okay. New Avengers number 15. Bendis, one of my favorite artists, Deodato. This spotlight's on the nanny of baby baby Danielle, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, baby girl, Luke Cage's baby girl. Squirrel Girl, yes, the name, yeah, she is the nanny of baby Danielle, and this book pretty much spotlights on her, spotlights on what she can do, that she's good at martial arts, because she actually beats Wolverine in a fight, which was kind of interesting. This is all happening before the first attack of Fear Itself. And that's pretty much all this book was. It's okay. It was good to see them spotlight a little bit on Squirrel Girl, but it's not that bad. It wasn't that bad at all.